As you guys can tell, I'm out here on the water. We're trying some different colored small swim baits to start out. This is one that I made to try to replicate my Pro Blue Shiner. It's got a blue back with a white belly. It's actually a laminated, kind of a double-sided bait. I actually cut it when I made the mold instead of doing the dual injection. So it's a little bit not perfect, but I almost like that better. So one thing that I will say, when you start fishing a body of water, if you know it or don't know it, one of the most overlooked areas is the access, is where you first launch from. Everybody wants to get right out there and start fishing heavy, right? But what people don't realize is a lot of the times you can start fishing in the access and no one is fishing that. So a lot of times fish will hang out in that initial launch area. What I mean by access is the initial chunk of water connected to the ramp. Sometimes, and most of the time, you'll find most guys will launch and they'll immediately head out to deep water. They'll head off to the opposite shoreline. They'll go somewhere completely different. And to be honest, in a lot of the places that I fish, the access is one of the most productive areas, and I think it's because those fish have a sense of safety, because most fishermen avoid it. So it's something that I highly recommend trying before you go anywhere, before you start digging apart the whole lake. Just start right where you launch. Pick an area that looks good, fish that first, see if there's a bite there, then work your way out further. Because like I said, a lot of times those guys will miss that area because for some reason the mentality is, I got to get away from the bank, I got to get away from the shoreline that I launched, but that's not always the case. Yep, that's a fish. First fish right off. Good sized bass too. That's a good one. That's a pretty big bass. He's fighting hard. That's a big one. He is chunky. Got him in the net, guys. Check out this bass. This is an example of why I say the bait size has no representation on how big the fish you catch is. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Look at the size of this bass that I just pulled with a small 3.8 kayak. This is a monster fish. Look at the girth on that bass, guys. Look at the size of that thing. That is a big boy bass. And I want to get a weight on him just because I want to see how big he actually is. Now I don't have an official scale, I just have a cheapie. So that's a 4-pounder, guys, right there. 4-pound largemouth bass, 5 minutes in. How's that for fishing? Oh, that's on the mag draft. That's probably gonna be a big boy. That's a big fish. What is that? Holy shit. Wow. Holy shit. That's a big bass. Oh, come here. Come here. Come here. Holy shit. Wow. Holy fuck. Whoa. That's a big bass. I think that's my new PB. Oh my God. Look at the size of this fucking bass, guys. Look at the size of this thing. That is a... Holy shit, wait a minute. That is my new PB. That is a 7-pound largemouth bass right there, guys. That is why we do this, guys. That's a 7-pound bass. That is my new PB. Let's get her back in the water. All right, guys, now that I've composed myself, that was an insane fish catch. That is the 6-inch mag draft in perch. I have always shit talked big swim bait guys saying that, you know, I know they catch big fish, but I don't know if it's worth the effort. Second cast. I'm sorry about the wind, guys. Second cast. Pulled in my PB largemouth, 7-pound largemouth on a 6-inch perch mag draft. So I think I can officially shut up now and say that the big swim bait game is probably a thing. I'm probably gonna have to order some more of these tonight. I'm gonna keep at it. I'm probably gonna keep fishing this access area. I've already pulled 2 bigs out of here. I have a feeling they pulled up in the shallows to try to find bait, to try to feed up for the spawn. So this could be a really interesting day of big fish. That's a big fish. He's staying down. Oh my God. Oh my God. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Get in my net. This thing. Look at this freaking bass, guys. Oh my God, dude, this bass is huge. Just look at the size of that fish compared to my body. Look at that bass, guys. Look at the mouth. Look at the size. That is a monster bass, and he is going back in. I think I'm gonna end the video right here. To be honest, I'm getting tired. The storm's starting to move in. And I feel like I've accomplished the goal today. I ended up with some big bass. I caught a lot of bass I did not put in the video. They were dinks, little guys, and ultimately I didn't think that we needed to put those in. But I did have a 4-pound, a 5-pound, and a new PB, which I am so freaking excited about, a 7-pound largemouth bass. I am just super, super excited for this upcoming season. We're going to be getting into a lot more big fish. I'm going to be doing a lot more tournaments. And I'm so excited to be able to document this whole journey with you guys. Now, as far as baits go, I do want to go over that because it was a specific pattern. It was pretty much anything with a paddle tail on it. So the first fish I caught was on a belly-weighted swim bait, 3-inch paddle tail, kind of like the Easy Shiner, just one that I make myself from Do It Molds. The second fish that I caught was on the Mega Bass Mag Draft in perch, and that was the 6-inch model. So that was the second fish. The third one that I just caught, and now I am just listing the big bass, was caught on a Strike King swim jig with a black 3-inch paddle tail. So as you can see, the pattern held true. I did catch a few pike on the frit side, so that was the only hard bait that I managed to catch fish with. I tried lipless, I tried chatterbaits, but they really were just interested in the silent bait. I think that was the key, was they wanted the more subtle silent, but the bigger profile. And that's what I provided them, and that's what I ended up catching on. So that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna probably start heading to shore. It is starting to rain a little bit, and I don't, oh man. Hold on guys, maybe not. Maybe that's not gonna do it for me. Oh, that's a big fish. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Another big one. Another, not as big as the other ones, but still a pretty good sized bass. So I guess on this note, guys, I'm gonna leave you with this awesome bass catch and say, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and as always, let's get out there and catch more fish.